From New York City, it's the Wendy Williams Show.
How you doing? The kids have come to play today. You won't believe what I'm about to tell you. With all due respect, have several seats. My girls are always turned out. I give it to you straight, no chaser.
Now, here's Wendy.
Here we go again. Thank you for watching our show. Say hello to my stuff starters, my co-host, my reckless studio audience. I'll let you know in an hour. Let's get started. It's time for Hot Topics. Welcome. Have a seat. Make yourselves comfortable. So, I don't know about what you like to wear on your feet in terms of a sneaker. Some people call them tennis shoes, depending on where you're from. I love a Ked. And last night, I had a great time. Keds had their 100th anniversary event here in Manhattan. And the only reason that I'm not wearing my Keds is because I have 4 pair here in the studio, 4 pair at home, but they're all dirty because I wear them so much. So I just went with a heel. But, okay, it was hosted by Brian Williams' daughter, Allison Williams, who, you know, Allison is a terrific actress, but we've talked about her father before on the show. And I will cop to the fact that I said, leave Lester Holt alone. Brian needs to go away because he lied. And so, therefore, I'm not really looking for Allison. You know, I'm just like, you know, we talk. And I tell you, when I leave this studio with you guys having my back, it's rough out there in the streets. So, anyway, but if she was there, I didn't recognize her because I've never seen her with bangs. You know how sometimes when people change a look about them, you don't recognize them? I didn't recognize her, but she's got on her Keds. She looks really cute. Hi, Allison. Yeah. And so the hors d'oeuvres were being passed and the champagne was being poured and everybody was wonderful, beautiful people in there. Ciara performed. Yeah. And she looked like flawless, plus she had on her Keds too. So the one time I could wear sneakers to some place and for it to be okay, instead I teeter in on heels. So stupid. All right, so you wanna know how it went? Yes! All right. So Ciara sees me and I see her and we hug. Not just a hug. A hug is a hug, but when you rub the back while you hug, it means, aw, you know? So we hugged, and then she said to me, because it wasn't a press conference, although I was dressed like a press conference woman in a pantsuit, something that I don't do, but I like this one. Yeah. So I whispered her, I said, you know, Ciara, it's tough doing my job, but we've known each other for a long time. And, you know, I love you. Woo, woo, woo. And she said, Wendy, you know I love you too. She told me, though, that there are always other sides to a story that we don't know about. And I get it. You know, we've talked about, do I need to rerun the whole story for you all? You know, Future and Ciara and the whole bit. But all I was thinking in my mind is how many, and by the way, I did not see Russell Wilson. Although I wasn't looking for him either. So weird, I can be so open talking to you here, but when I go out and realize that, you know, sometimes the things that get talked about when my behind hits this chair, all I want to do is look at the ground, hide with a side part, and go home. Not because I'm a coward, but because it's really not that serious, you know? But what I will say, though, is that in my mind, I didn't say this to her at the time, but in my mind, I'm like, okay, there are more sides to the story. And she was like, there's stuff that I can't talk about. But she said, you know, I still love you, and I'll see you around on the show, you know, our show. But, you know, when you have 3 kids already with 3 babies' moms, what makes you think that as the 4th baby's mom, you're going to be able to change a man? That's all I'm thinking in my mind. And then the other thing is, even if you move on to a fabulously wealthy, popular athlete, it is insulting to a guy for you to put your son in that guy's team jersey. That's all. One thing that she did great last night, along with looking great, is that, and I only stayed for one song because I had to wake up at 5 o'clock to be here for you all, you know, and be bright-eyed, and by the way, bushy-tailed. So I'm standing with my people, I'm like, please don't let Ciara get up there and start introducing us to new music that we don't know the words to and we can't twerk about. First song she did was Goody. So we were like, ow. And I did my 1-2 step out the door to be here in time for you. But thank you, Ciara, for a moment, and thank you, everybody at TEDS. Wonderful. Okay, there's something terrible happening. Nick Cannon and Stevie J. Now, when do you hear these 2 names in the same story? They met at the intersection, so now we have to talk about it. Okay. Apparently, these men are going at it. Now, you know, Nick has this show, Wild and Out. We've all seen it, glanced at it, whatever. Well, and you know, they, you know, do the Dirty Dozens and they, you know, freestyle and, you know, it gets disrespectful, but in a calm way. Well, apparently, during the freestyle, Stevie claimed that he had sex with Mariah not once, but twice. See? And to me, if Nick didn't believe that was true, it would have just been a line and then you move on. It's like saying, you know, I had sex with your mama. Knowing doggone well, mommy wasn't having sex with you. You know? Or your mom wears combat boots. You know? Or your wife has droopy breasts. It's like, if you know the deal, then you don't react. You just let a clown be a clown. Well, Nick told Stevie that he should worry about Jocelyn. Now, I don't know what he meant by that, but he also told Stevie that he'll never work again. In other words, flexing, you know, Nick was flexing his star power, saying that Stevie will never work again. First of all, the entire time that I'm being told this story, I'm rocking back and forth. He's gluing on eyelashes. I smell my wig burning in the other room. You know, wig is in there doing the wig. You know, they're steaming the clothes, we're getting ready. And I'm just like, why are we even doing this story? I don't believe it for one bit. Show me the receipts. Well, as it turns out. Okay. Stevie J produced Mariah's song, Honey. That was at the time she was kind of mimicking her breaking up with her husband. Remember she dove off the balcony? Into the water? With a James Bond beige bikini? And then the helicopter came and took her away? So that means that Stevie J and Mariah did have some time together for Honey. At a time when you're breaking up with your man, you know your heart is vulnerable. And sometimes you do things you regret regarding, but you just want to feel good. And I'm not saying, all I'm doing is saying, okay, so if they did do the dirty, then that's once. And the second time would have been, are you ready for this? Stevie J wrote Butterfly. Breakdown. The point is that Stevie and Mariah have worked together twice on the record, and if he says that a sleepation went down twice, the problem is that, you know, even if we were to believe this, and every girl has hiccups in her life, so that might have been Mariah's hiccups, and I don't blame Nick for being upset, because while Nick's reputation is pretty stellar as far as Hollywood is concerned, you know, he's gotten his man game up. Stevie's reputation has gone down. Like, you know, I come from music, and so far I said Breakdown and Honey, but do you know he was once a really talented producer? Yes. No. Mo Money, Mo Problems. I'll Be Missing You, the Biggie tribute. You know, and now it's Jocelyn and the Screwface. The only time that he, to me... The only time Stevie J reminds me of a big, heartfelt man is like when the camera rolls in and he's sitting at the piano and he's singing and playing at the same time on the Love and Hip Hop. Then you're just like, oh. But other than that, all I see is Screwface. And if I were Nick, I'd be insulted too. That's it. So, ladies, and some gentlemen, I'm not judging, I have some good news and some bad news. Well, the good news is Idris Elba's no longer with his baby's mother. Why are you clapping for another wrecked home? Seriously? Like, yes. Oh, well, with her, I want him. Is that what you're saying? All right, well, can I just tell the story, please? Okay, Idris, his baby's mother's name is Naona. And there she is. And reportedly, they have split. Well, but he's moved on to a little something, or maybe it could be a full-blown romance. All right, by the way, she's a makeup artist. And they met on the set of Mandela in 2013. And their son is 22 months old. So, on the other hand, he's been spotted catting around town with none other than Naomi Campbell. That's a good couple, though. You can't hate. Everybody has the British accent, you know? all that brown swirling around in the bed. Woo! That's good. I think of him, or I would like to think of him on the Denzel level, though, like a little bit more sophisticated. You know, keep your private life more private. And, you know, I couldn't be K. Michelle's cleanup woman. I like K. Michelle, but K. Michelle and Idris Elba were together as a couple. But yes! But she's loving hip hop and K. Michelle, and Naomi is Naomi. Sorry, K. Michelle, even I had a hard time understanding what it was that you and Idris had in common and talked about and stuff behind closed doors. Even well, according to what they say, all men like a big booty, and she's got a big one. It's a big one. Anyway, so good luck to you, Naomi, and you, Idris. And you know what? And you too, K. Michelle. Orlando Bloom and Katy Perry are still together. Some people would say that they're moving too fast. They've only been dating since the Golden Globes, which just happened in February. January? A month ago. Okay. There's nothing wrong with that. The problem is that he's got a 5-year-old son named Flynn with the model Miranda Kerr. Now, he has introduced Flynn to Katy, not just in a regular way, in the she drives in the back seat with the little boy way. Take a look. They went to a birthday party over the weekend. Orlando was driving, she's in the back with the boy, and I just feel as though it's all too soon. Now, Miranda and Orlando had this agreement that I was reading about many months ago. And the agreement was, we won't introduce anyone new to our son until 6 months. We'll do a waiting period, you know? But here's how I feel, and men, I love you, but I gotta call it the way I see it. Women care more about the children aspect when getting involved in a new relationship. You know, in other words, if my kid's good, no, you can't meet my kid. No, I'll meet you at the Ramada Inn or, you know, whatever. Whereas men, I think, and not all of you, but I think that men always are looking for somebody to braid the hair, brush the hair, be like that mommy figure. So he threw everything at, maybe he thought she met after 6 minutes. I don't know, I just feel it's too soon. It's very confusing to a 5-year-old. By the way, at 5 years old, you don't have to ride in the back seat with them. You know what I'm saying? They ride in the back seat by themselves, and then you ride in the front. Not that that would make any better, but the back seat riding with your kid is even more intimate. And going to a birthday party, anyway, it's all wrong. It's all too soon. The Golden Globes were just, is it Globes or Globe? Globes.
Plural.
Perfect. For obvious reasons, you know why I add the S. Anyway, we'll be watching that story. It should be interesting to find out. You know, Katy Perry is a young girl. She's still dating around. I just feel like, you know, a man with a 5-year-old, and only a few weeks later, her heart is bound to be broken by March 1st. Yeah. Oh, here we go. So let's heat things up with Wendy's Hot Tropics giveaway. Come on, Suzanne. What do you...
You like my coconuts?
I like your coconut.
They're just my size.
Perfect, Suzanne.
Thank you, Wendy.
All right, let's get today's contestant on the line.
You got snowflakes in your hair.
I do. Every single day, I tell you.
Hello?
Hello? Cheryl in Atlanta, Georgia, is this you?
Oh my God, yes!
How you doing, Cheryl? It's Wendy. Suzanne's here too.
Oh my God.
Cheryl, you are today's contestant on Wendy's Hot Tropics giveaway. All right, have you been watching our show every day there in Georgia on WAGA? All right. Well, now we're gonna find out what you're playing for. Suzanne, hit it.
Here we go. Big money. Come on. Come on, Jamaica. Big money. Big money. Come on, big money. Come on, Jamaica. Come on. Come on. Big money. Big money.
I can't even scream with you.
Big money. Big money. Big money.
Whoa, you got it. Okay. Cheryl,
Yes.
you're playing for your 5 days and 4 nights at the all-inclusive Moon Palace Jamaica Grand in Ocho Rios. Plus, we're gonna get you there too. Round-trip airfare for you and a friend provided by our friends at the Jamaica Tourist Board.
Yeah.
Okay, Cheryl, you're gonna have 15 seconds to answer this question correctly. Your first answer, unfortunately, will be your only one. You ready?
Okay.
Okay. All right. So, wait. Well, we'll save this for tomorrow.
Yeah.
This is about Sherry Shepherd and Lamar.
Oh.
Yeah, a quote and everything. All right. Okay, look. All right. Cheryl, yesterday, Vanna White, the legend, was at our show. And what rapper did we say dropped Vanna's name in a song? 15 seconds and go!
Nelly.
Yes! You're going to Jamaica. Enjoy yourself, Cheryl. Have fun at the Moon Palace in Ocho Rios. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye, Cheryl. Have a great day. I'm sure you will now. If you'd like to be a winner like Cheryl in Wendy's Hot Tropic giveaway, go to my Facebook page to enter and make sure that you watch our show every day because we ask the most random questions.